What up, YouTube? It's your boy Cash RK1 back in here with another video, man. Today is Monday, Memorial Day, man. I got a special video today from somebody special to me, you know what I'm saying? The late, great Nipsey Hussle, man. We're going to take time to memorize him for this great Memorial Day. I'm basically going to chop down and break down some of his interviews and just kind of like explain what that mean to me, because I heard a couple songs from him, you know what I'm saying, early on in his career, and they was cool or whatever. Once I listened to the interviews, I'm like, man, who is this dude right here? And I kind of like went back and started going through everything he had, and I kind of just like was a fan ever since. But without further ado, let's break down the first interview.
I mean, we just been grinding, bro. More than anything, we just been staying, staying focused, trying to get better, giving it everything, we give it. And just staying on top of it the best we can. And trying to, it's easier to keep up than catch up. You know what I mean? So that be the problem, just trying to stay ahead of the rat race,
I ain't gonna lie, that's key right there. It's easier to keep up than catch up, you know what I mean? And basically, to me, that means just keep going and going. Just keep going and going. Whatever you got to do to maintain, save where you can, cut corners where you can, try to advance where you can, and just stay above water, and then slowly but surely you start advancing. And I just wanted to also point out, it was other good points in this interview, but it had music in the background, and y'all know how this internet stuff be in YouTube be with the music. So I kind of like skip past those. But let's get to the next one.
Before my deal and before I really had an outlet to get my music out, I was just full-time hustling and part-time rapping. Like I always had a passion for rap music, and I was always trying to create the situation to where I could do this full-time. I told myself in my head, like, the main thing I told myself was like, sometimes you got to take 2 steps back to take 10 forward. I mean, I got to fall back from having my jewelry, you know what I mean, having my everyday money, riding around the hood on leather and chrome, smoking weed all day, calling the homies up. You got that for me? For sure. Going to pick up 200 here, 500 here, 1,000 here, and that's my day. I had to let go of that luxury, go back to being a young dude that was pinching every penny, maybe had $20 a day to spend, 10 on a sack of weed, 10 to eat, just so I could stay creative and work. And it was hard for my ego. And I was used to being that young fly nigga, take my pick of whatever female I want, at all the parties, all the clubs, the spotlight was on me. I did everything with my...
He basically talking about how he transitioned from the streets to music, and how he had to kind of like fall back from doing what he was usually doing to really focus on music and being able to do that full time without taking a risk in the streets. You know what I mean? I can relate to that heavily. Because it's hard. It's a blow to your ego. You got to take a step back. But that's with anything, though. You trying to start up a business, you got to kind of fall back on your normal habits of spending in the luxuries so you can penny pinch and then invest everything you need into whatever you're trying to do. I'm kind of trying to do that right now with this YouTube thing. I'm kind of like making different sacrifices, mainly with time and different things like that, trying to save money where I can so I can start investing in better equipment, better audio. And over time, you just gradually grow.
Process, point A to point Z. I went out and made the relationships with the producers. I took the music into my house, imported it into Pro Tools, graded the shit out, recorded myself, ran from the Pro Tools to the mic and back and forth, bounced it down, burnt it on CD, took it into the street, promoted myself, sold it myself, went to these meetings, articulated my vision to the label, signed the deal, put my first foot forward to the street with my mixtape series. This was all me. So if my engineer tell me, oh, we can't do that, I engineer, my nigga, so you get out the seat, let me take care of that. Or if my team say, oh, that's not gonna work. If you go to Queens or Manhattan or Brooklyn and you want to go to every high school and surround their high schools and really do grassroots promotion, they oh, that's not gonna connect. Well, you don't do it, then I do it, because I've done this and I know the effect it has.
This one right here was a serious gem he just dropped, because I done did a lot of different things, and I done had to do the same thing where I went from A to Z with my process. And sometimes you got to do that, especially depending on where you starting at. You starting out small. Like right now with this YouTube, I'm doing everything from A to Z. I don't even know what I'm doing for real. I'm just kind of doing it as I go, because I done things before. And sometimes you just got to jump out there head first, and you will learn faster as you go. And then also another thing he said that really, really hit home, sometimes you just got to go with your move. And even if people around you don't understand it, as you moving and walking the path, they'll usually get behind you once they see it's kind of working. You know what I'm saying? You know what you actually doing. Especially like he said, I've done this before, so I know it'll connect. And my whole thing is, even if it don't connect, what else do I got to lose besides taking my shot? What else I got to lose? Right now, I'm doing a brand new YouTube channel. What else do I have to lose? What I got to lose? The worst that can happen is my channel blow up and go crazy. That's the worst thing that can happen. I mean, that's the best outcome. The worst thing is I make some videos. I learn how to edit and chop it up. I get more comfortable talking on camera. That's the worst thing that can happen. Sign me up.
Being so hopeless at one point and then having an opportunity make you go harder. It make you get in that booth and just really express that hopelessness. Like, man, y'all don't understand. This is like, you know what I mean? You dig from a different place. That bottom of your soul, that pit, homie, where you felt like the shit was, you know what I'm saying? You always wanted, but it looked like it was just not gonna happen. It looked like it was out of reach. It looked like you was just knee deep in some concrete quicksand, and it wasn't gonna let you go. But now to be in the situation when, you know what I mean, you can speak and touch hundreds of thousands and millions of motherfuckers, like, you definitely dig from a real place and a sincere place that I think connect with a lot of people. I ain't got to my millions in this industry yet. We still on them hundreds of thousands. We trying to get to that million. Me as a new artist coming in, so I'm used to this type of money because it's not to the point where it's rap money, $1 million, 2, 3 million, 5 million, and then Hollywood money, 10 million. It's not to that right now. It's to the 50,000s and 100,000s and 20,000. So I understand the mentality behind that money. I understand that that's not money that changes your life. I understand that you don't go hit the club and spend 5 racks a night off of your advance. You know what I'm saying? Because I done did that with my street money and woke up the next day with no work and a gang of niggas calling my phone up and I'm missing all this money because I balled out last night and I hit the club crazy and I felt like I was that nigga for the one night as opposed to having a consistent progress.
Another major jewel right there. Basically, like, that mean to me, like, he basically just saying, stand down. You start making more money, and I've been through this in my different little ways or whatever. You start making more money, and you instantly start blowing money, and you start trying to create this lifestyle when the whole time you supposed to stay down and stack, reinvest, stay down to where the money get to a real life-changing amount. Because we all get different opportunities where we get an excess of cash, and then a lot of people blow it. Hence, like the Lottery Changed My Life show. People used to get on there and they getting millions and millions of dollars and then they overspend too fast, getting big mansions and stuff that they don't need and they ain't really understanding the cost of what it takes to maintain those different things. And then the number one thing that he kind of hit on was the opportunity cost. When he blowing his money in the club every night, the next day people calling his phone trying to spend money with him. He don't have no product because he ain't on top of business. You get what I'm saying? But let's get back to it.
I mean, the struggles that we went through and overcame and still going through most definitely just gave us a mentality. When I say us, I mean me and my team, my brothers. The mentality that, you know, this is nothing. If we could make it past that, and when it looked like it was all over and there was no hope, and it was, you know, the end of the road, and it was just like we was all at our lowest of low, but we still moved past that. It's starting to rise again. It's starting to recover and bounce back. So whatever speed bumps we come across in this music industry, it doesn't compare to, you know what I'm saying, being targeted by the law, doing time, you know what I mean, going through wars out here in the streets, losing loved ones, all that, you know what I mean? So whatever little speed bump we'll come across in this industry it's gonna seem like, you know, it's not too much of nothing. It's gonna be a little burden probably, or, you know, a little pressure, but compared to what our life was before this, you know what I mean, it's just like no brainer. Just keep pushing. I'm gonna roll through this shit.
That one right there, I think that's like a testament to the embodiment of what the marathon means. It's a marathon. That means keep going. Because think about it. Your lowest point or the lowest of the lowest in your life ever. And then you think about how, like, you made it through it. And then time went on. No matter what you done lost, you kind of slowly built back. Or sometimes you rapidly built back. But whatever it is at your lowest to lowest point when you thought it was just all over. I'm done. This is it for me. And you came through that. To me, I think that means you go through stuff for a reason, to have the mentality, the mental strength, and the thick enough skin to get where you really supposed to be in life. Because we all gonna go through it, but once you going through something new, think about the things you went through back then. It make this stuff you going through now look like nothing. Like, this is nothing compared to what I've been through.
Man, I would say, you know, the best advice I can give is just find what you gotta do and then figure out how to make it money. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't love to do what you're doing, it's gonna be hard. You weather all the ups and downs and the setbacks that come with this stuff. But if you love it, you know, just stick in and ride it out. You know, so if you love what you're doing, find a way to make you money. I consider you success. Blessed, you know, more than anything, we wake up and we blessed every morning. We still got a lot of work to do, so we don't get too caught up in what's going on. We just stay focused on what we got to do as far as to take it to the next level. Sure. So we definitely blessed and we mindful of that, you know what I'm saying? And not too many shot we got, so we delicate with it and we nurture it and we work hard.
Man, that's crucial right there. Like, even when you're in a good position and you blessed, don't take that blessing for granted, man. Use that blessing and extract as much as you can out of that blessing to get you the furthest you need to be in life. Because sometimes opportunity don't knock twice. And the first time it knocked, man, take full advantage. Don't take advantage in a negative way, but take advantage in a positive way. Meaning use every part of your blessing to make your life as big as it can be and bless other people in the process.
Number one, you know, I just feel better, homie. I sleep better, you know what I mean? I got a level of like, I'm at peace with what I'm doing. I feel good about what I'm waking up doing and about my lifestyle. At one point, I wasn't proud of my lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't content with what I was doing on a day-to-day basis. I wasn't happy with that. So it was eating at me. Even though I'd be on the surface, cool and straight, deep down I knew that this wasn't the direction of what I need to be doing. Now I wake up with the feeling that I'm going in the direction that I'm here for. Like what I'm on this planet for, I'm doing it. Right. Bigger than just the LA, bigger than some gang banging, bigger than some street shit, just on some human shit. I'm doing what I'm here to do, I feel like. So it feel good and you know, I got a lot of confidence. I got a lot of confirmation from my hard work that it's going in the right direction, that I'm doing something right. Because, you know, like you said, a lot of people starting to gravitate toward the movement and toward the music. So, you know what I mean? I just want to keep working hard, keep doing classic shit, make good music, and you know, hit a grand slam when the album drops.
That right there is a real serious point, man. When you doing something that you passionate about or you feel like you doing what your purpose is, like me right now, this YouTube, I feel like this is part of my purpose. I like to educate, teach, and give people game because I know how much game I didn't accumulate over my years of my life and how beneficial it's been to me. So I'm just trying to pour that back into some people. Even if I can help one person, not necessarily change their life, but just elevate their life a little bit, I think I'll be fulfilled. You know what I mean? So that right there, that clip crucial because you sleep better knowing you doing what you was supposed to be here to do. Like you feel better. Like right now, I feel like there's no such thing as something bad happening in my life right now. The worst of the worst days, I'll be like, man, I'm doing good. I'm doing better than what I used to be doing. And I'm not doing what I used to do. I'm actually progressing and pushing forward. And if I can help one person get them some game, which I do this in real life, giving people game all day, every day. But to use this internet to give somebody game that could probably help them and then they can turn around and help their family, that's what I'm here to do. That's my gift in life, eh? That's my gift in life. As you can see, Nipsey Hussle, one of the people I followed for years, and I still follow his music, interviews, and whatever else he dropped. Anytime I need some motivation, I go back and watch some of his old interviews because it motivates me. And I don't necessarily expect to make the same impact, but impact is an impact. And if you feel like certain stuff like that is aligned with your purpose, if it's aligned with your purpose, man, you sleep way better at night than doing the wrong things for the right reasons. Because I've been there.
I mean, the main thing, just stay down. That's with anything. No matter what you're doing, you got to stay down. You selling dope, if you robbing, if you pimping, if you rapping, if you going to work every day, you got to stay down. You feel me? Like, it's always going to be bumps in the road, but you got to push through everything. Even if you look like a brick wall, you got to go through that motherfucker. Because, you know, it ain't no stopping. Every day you still got to wake up. So, you know, motherfucker got to just stay down with their grind. And number two, you know, the company you keep has a large influence on the situations you bring to yourself. So, you know what I mean, whatever direction motherfuckers is heading in, whether it's, like I said, rap music, production, 9-to-5 life, whatever it is, you got to surround yourself with people that's like-minded and that's focused on the same goal you focused on. You know what I mean? Birds of a feather flock together. If you're around 9 broke niggas, you got to be the 10th one. So, you know, you got to surround yourself with like-minded people that's aiming for success. Man, this thing like a fucking marathon.
I'm going to go ahead and end the video right there, man. That last clip Serious, man. Just stay down, man. You gotta stay down. I call them stay down muscles. I say today, most people stay down muscles is weak. Even when something is working, they do not have the capacity to just stay down and stick with it until it blossoms into something bigger. You know what I mean? So y'all hit the gym, man. Get your stay down muscles in order, man. Get your stay down muscles in order. And then the second thing he kind of touched on is the people around you, the surrounding people around you. You around 9 broke niggas, you gonna be the 10th. Man, that's so true. You got to watch the company you keep. If everybody not going in the same direction, which is headed towards success, it don't have to be the exact same success, but everybody every day waking up pushing towards something to better themselves. If that ain't your circle, you in a square, homie. You in a cage. You boxed in. No, you want a circle of people that y'all circulating ideas. Y'all all motivating each other. Because it's hard to try to go that direction by yourself. What's the saying they got? If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. So the circle around you is going to push you to go farther. And if they not push you to go farther, go alone until you find a circle that's on what you own. But salute to Nipsey Hussle, man. The marathon definitely continues with people like me. And I'm more than likely knowing people like y'all, man. Let me know in the comments, man, which quotables, man, hit you the hardest. And also, man, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. Share this with somebody. And until the next video, we out.